Wow, somebody's already here. You guys are quick. I said that I might go live after Noah's thing. We just got off the phone with each other. I was live on Noah's channel for his Heart to Heart series, which was really awesome. We were talking about the clairs and all that jazz. So, yeah. We were doing that, and I wanted to, hello everybody, hi, hello, I see 394 questions, I see Squitchy, I see V, I see Sophia, I see Jade, I see Agus, I see all y'all, I see all y'all. Well, I wanted to touch on this. There's been quite a few people that have been asking me. Look at the squad. I know. Y'all are a squad. I love it. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello. I couldn't get to it now. There's been a lot of people asking, and I saw in the feed, I'm like, I thought that I had addressed this, but maybe I didn't do this in a formal way. So I thought I would do it now. For years, I've been talking about moving. In fact, I had been stalking this place called Bellingham for, 5 to 6 years. I mean, really had done a lot of research, and we were moving there. And the plan was to move. We were in the process of packing and all that other stuff, and I had some pretty serious health drama happen. And I think I'm more comfortable to talk about it now than I had when it was first happening. I was getting a lot of people that didn't really know me that well, that, were wanting to be helpful, but then it would just kind of depress me. Does that make sense? It's like, it's like I have to retell the story over and over again. And, that was kind of, So I'm feeling stronger now. So what had happened is that on Memorial Day weekend, I had a minor heart attack. And a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, it's because she's fat. No, it's not because I'm fat. Although I'm sure that could be an issue for some people. Only my closer friends had known what was really going on. I didn't really want to advertise it. I didn't feel comfortable advertising it because there's a lot of people give their opinions sometimes when you don't ask for them, and that's a little overwhelming sometimes, not only for somebody who's just going through it and it's a very sensitive subject, but also because I'm an empath, and so sometimes I don't know how to take all of that attention and extra information. I'm like, too much. So anyhow, I had a minor heart attack. I had actually, that Thursday prior, I had gone to a heart doctor because I was having gallbladder symptoms, or gallstone symptoms, and so they were looking to take out my gallbladder. I'm like, oh my gosh, now I got to go through this, right? So I was talking about having pain here and then here, because it can kind of come up and go into your chest and then out through your shoulder blades, and you get this horrible pain, and it puts you down. It is no fun, let me tell you. So and then I was also explaining that I was having chest pain, and they're like, well, we need to probably let you go to a cardiologist. I went to the cardiologist. He's like, your blood pressure's fine, your blood pressure is fine, your EKG is fine. He's like, I don't really see anything wrong with you. He's like, tell me a little bit more about this pain. And I said, well, I get the pain here, and then it comes in here. And he's like, okay, do you ever just get it here? And I'm like, yeah, sometimes I just get it here. And he's like, but you always get it here first, and then you get it here. I said, no. I said, sometimes I'm out in the garden, and or it's too hot, or I'm doing too much in one day. I get frustrated or whatever, and I just got to sit down. I get these, these chest pains. And he's just like, okay. He's like, that's not good. He's like, normally you would get it here first, and then you would get it here. I said, no, sometimes it's just here. And he's like, okay. Well, he says, can you run in those shoes? And I'm like, yeah. And so he puts me on a stress test. I fail miserably, this stress test. It was, wow. So he comes in, and I'm thinking I'm doing great, right? I'm like, I'm walking, I'm talking, I'm okay, now I'm running, and I'm talking, I'm thinking I'm doing good. Oh, no. Fort Sam Houston. He comes in, he's looking at the stuff, and he's like, he looked like that, what is it, the hedgehog, or what is it? groundhog that does the dun dun dun, you know, look. That was what I got from this doctor, who was my age, which was very helpful because he was just kind of a joker and we could talk plainly. And, you know, he looks over at me. He's like, "Are you having chest pains now?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "What? You're not having chest pains?" He's like, "Clearly, like right here, it's showing that what you're having has got to be a chest pain." And I'm like, "I'm not feeling anything." He's like, "Okay, sit down." I'm in the, you know, the quiet stages where you have to like, you had to do all this running and then to keep all of these electrodes and stuff on you. And you have to come down, you know, your heart rate has to slow down. So while this is happening, my heart starts going whoa, all over the place. So the top chamber of my heart, there's one side that goes whoa, 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 like the normal, right? And the other one goes it's like I got one little faulty valve. So he's like, then the guy stops talking to me and I'm like, oh shit, what the hell is wrong? No longer is my charm working. He's not responding to me. He just stops talking to me. So all this is going on, and then he's just like, you, on the other lady that's in the room, he's like, get the echogram, and he's just like, you take off your shirt. I'm like, hello, you know, like, what's going on? Echo is happening, and then sure enough, you can see it. You can actually see the heart valves doing this or whatever. So he puts me in another room, and then somebody moves me to a different room, and I'm still like, what the heck is going on? And then when I was moving from the third room to the fourth room, I noticed there's nobody else there. They have closed down, but the whole staff has stayed to figure out what's wrong with me. And I'm like, not good. This is not good. It was really scary. I mean, I'm making light of it right now, but it was not the best time in my life. So they make me watch this video about having a heart cath done, and I'm like, what the hell is a heart cath? And then I'm looking at what a heart cath is. I'm like, I don't want it. And they're like, yes, you have to have it. He's got people on the phones. This is Thursday, and it's Memorial Day weekend. We're going into Memorial Day weekend. So I have Friday to go to work, and then we've got Monday off. And he's like, get her in there on Tuesday. Get her there on Tuesday. I'm like, oh my gosh. He gives me nitroglycerin and something else that I have to carry around with me. That was the weekend that we went to Nature's Treasures. I went to Nature's Treasures with Lady Grave Dancer, Sunshine Morning Ray, and Noah Tempestari. And so there was a lot of times, if you see me in the video, I wasn't standing up or whatever, I was sitting down. Because I'd get really tired. I get, like, I can take as much as I can, and then I just go down. I go down, and I go down quick. So for a while there, I wasn't doing a whole lot of live streams or anything like that because I would schedule them out. And if you recall, that whole month of May, I had filled up this, you know, calendar with all these wonderful guests and stuff. But I did not know what I was going to feel like from one moment to the next. It was all I could do to get through work. And it was rough. It was really, really rough. I just wasn't feeling good, and this is why I wasn't feeling good. So that was the Thursday. The Friday was, you know, normal. You know, I was telling my boss this is what was probably going to happen. She was very, you know, understanding about it, and I said, and I still have to, so I have to now deal with the heart thing, and I possibly still have to have heart cath, I have to have heart cath, but I also have to probably have a gallbladder removed. And she's like, don't worry, we'll work it out, yada yada. She was great. So then it is the day after, I think it's the Sunday of Memorial Day, I go in, and I have horrible chest pains running down my arm. It's not anything that I would ever recommend to anybody because I just remember, I think the most that I remember is like begging for it to stop. It was horrible. So we get to the emergency room. Emergency room was, you know, whatever. And I've never gotten into an emergency room and back there so fast. I mean, wow, it was like kind of crazy. So they whooshed me back there, and my two daughters had come behind me and my husband, and then Noah had come also to the emergency room. They see that there's a heart cath ordered for me, and they're like, well, we can't deny this, you know, this is something's going on. What happened was extremely minor, like I said, very minor. And so they they know that I'm having pain or whatever, they admit me. And the cardiologist is like, let's move it up. And so he ended up getting it on Tuesday. Actually, I think I get it on Monday or Tuesday, one of those two. So they actually cut a slit in your groin area. Yeah, it's pleasant. And they put a catheter all the way up to your heart, like a little camera, and they look at everything, and they look at your arteries and all that other stuff. So, yay, my arteries are clear. Woo! So my arteries are clear, and it wasn't an issue of any blockage, so that was good. So now I have to go to electrological, I can't ever say this, but it's an electrical doctor, heart doctor. So I saw the plumbing doctor for the heart. Now I have to see the electrician. So I saw him. And that took a while to actually get to. So I digress. So while I'm there, my heart doctor is just like, hey, let me get some other doctors up in here, because I know when I saw the heart cath, when I was doing the heart cath, you've got some serious gallstones, woman. So we're going to take out your gallbladder. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, do you want to do that since you're like already here? And I'm like, why not? Let's do it. So, sure enough, gallbladder removal. I'm in the hospital for like a week. That was like really difficult as an empath and as somebody who is clairaudient and clairvoyant. Not fun. So there's lots of spirits that were with me during that time frame, and some of them were not friendly. And there was times that I was actually scared to go to sleep. Does that make sense? It was rough. It was rough. So I wasn't getting any rest in the hospital at all. I had really good friends during that time frame. I got a slew of flowers from some of you that are watching in this stream, and I want to thank you so much, because I was out of it, and sometimes I would roll over and I'd see those flowers, and I was just like, thanks, somebody like really cared that much to send those, and they brighten up my room and they brighten up my space, and it was just so, thank you. Thank you very much for that, and the cards, and I mean, it's just, it was incredible. I digress again. So, so there was all that, so I get that done, and then all that's happening, and then I go see the electrician doctor afterwards, and let's see, gosh, that only happened, I want to say 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. It's been like that. I think it's been a little less than a month. But he basically said, you have an arrhythmia. It's not something that's going to get better. And I'm like, well, that's kind of negative for him to say that. I'm like, it could get better if I wanted it to, right? But, he's like, we could put hardware in there, but then we'd have to maintain it. He says, I don't even think you're in that situation. He says, for you, you need to really, really figure out what your new normal is. He's like, no more cardio stuff. You don't need to be working out and trying to get to your certain level for weight loss or any of those stuff. He's like, you probably need to switch it to Pilates. You probably need to, do more yoga. You need to do things like that that's going to help keep you fit, but not do the extra stress, because when my heart goes up and then when it comes down, it goes haywire. So it's like, nope, that's not a good thing. So there's certain meds I also can't take. Let's see, what else? There is, and stay out of the heat. I live on the surface of hell. That's where I live. It's so freaking hot here. Like, no joke. So I run from air-conditioned building to air-conditioned car to air-conditioned work to air-conditioned car to air-conditioned home. This is what I do. When it gets cooler, things I think will get a little bit better. So having said all of that, now you know what is going on. And on top of that, I have diabetes. Diabetes doesn't get better when your body goes through stress like that. So I'm still trying to manage what my normal, come back to normal levels. I am very close to being there, which is just a blessing, because it's been a long ride. So what are we in the end of August? So it's taken that long to normalize. Yay! So with all of that being said, I turned to my husband, who is killing himself trying to pack everything, trying to do everything. We've got a kid going to college. She just left last Wednesday. So she has stayed a full week at college and is doing great. She's about an hour and a half north of us. Then I have an older daughter that's getting an apartment here soon and moving out. And I have a son who already has his own life and his own space, and a little grandbaby girl. So there was a lot going on, and I just looked at my husband, who was killing himself. I mean, really killing himself to try to make everything happen for everybody and take care of me and take care of his mom. And I thought, well, you know what? It would probably be ill-advised for me to just pick up with all of these doctors in tow. And at one point I had 2 heart doctors, 2 primary cares, 1 endocrinologist, and 1 something else, surgeon, and a surgeon. So I had a lot of doctors going on. And I thought, well, you know, probably, even though we would have insurance from my husband, which is government, I think it's CHAP VA, that will only cover 80%. So I'd have to come up with the rest of the 20%. Probably would not be wise for me to pick up and move across the country just so that I could, you know, start my new life. So we're just trying to make sure that things are better, just a lot better, a lot more cohesive. So as much as it killed us, because it really did, sometimes it really, really does. Some days are harder than others. I love my friends here in Texas. I wouldn't trade them for the world. I really would not at all. I will miss them massively. However, the Texas allergies are no bueno for me. And you see, my face is shaped like a Pekingese dog. You know, like I have the sinuses when they happen. It's not good. So I want to get out of here for that. I want to get out of here so that my kids can adult. They need to adult, and we need some space so that we can go do our adult thing and they can do their adult thing and figure out who they are. And we're here for them wherever we are in the country or in the world, you know, as parents. But I think as parents, we have to let go and allow kids to be able to have those experiences without sitting there hovering. Otherwise, they don't really learn. So there's that. And we'll be moving for health, you know, but, you know, the heat is the main one. So we will be going, but now we've just delayed it for a little less than a year. We'll be putting the house on the market. We actually have 2 people already interested in the house, and somebody has already kind of made an offer, you know, try to make a plan with that. So we may not even have to put it on the market, which is awesome. So mainly just listening to universe, listening to spirit, listening to deity, and ancestors. Like, you know, right now you've got too much on your plate. You need to heal. You need to get better so that you can start your next adventure full on. I was feeling very regretful at that time, or recently, and I sought one of my friends, Alex, who is Wonder, Weirdness, and Witchcraft. He has a new venture called House of Tarot. He's an amazing reader, y'all. Amazing reader. So he had done a reading for me. I was feeling like, oh my God, I'm never going to move, you know, like it's never going to happen for me. And I was feeling very defeated and, you know, low on, you know, self-confidence and, you know, just everything. And you sort of take a toll, you know, when you go through stress. And, you know, it has been stressful for me since last November, one thing after another. And when you never get that recharge, it starts chipping away at you, you know, it does. So I reached out to him. He did a reading for me, and he confirmed a lot of stuff that was answered in that reading. And so I know that I am moving. I know that it will happen, but I also know that I need to take this time to wrap up some of the loose ends. And I thought that I had already had, but, you know, there's some little things that need to be taken care of, you know, more than others. So that's the plan. House on the market in March, probably out of here because paperwork on a house generally takes anywhere from 2 to 3 months. So we'll hopefully be out of here before the heat like really starts. So that's the plan. It was, you know, Pacific Northwest in 2017. Now it's going to be 2018, and every day I'm getting okay with it. But I look at it as I have more time and more time with my friends, you know, more time closer with all of my witchy Texas friends, and so that's what's happening. Spellwork is already happening on a house. Some of you that are watching have already seen it, and hopefully will come and visit me. But yes, I am spell working on a house, meaning that there is a house for sale. It's perfect for us. I want it so bad. Yes, I'm not going to get there until like next year, you know, but I hope that the owners, you know, maybe find renters that can only rent up until the time that we move. I don't know how the universe works it out, but I know that this is my house and it's mine. It's like, you know, did you ever see that Volkswagen commercial where it's like, if I lick it, it's mine? I'm like, I've licked this house. Lick, lick. Absolutely. I love it so much. So Spellwork's happening for that. Things are being wrapped up here. Things are getting better every single day. I feel stronger every single day and I am learning that when I'm not feeling strong, I no longer push myself to do things. It's okay for me to say no. And this is a hard thing for me to do when you're the type of person that I am and you want to do 20 things at one time and you know that you can. It's hard for you as you get older to kind of step back and go, nope, can't do it. You know, nope, can't do it. I am rereading The Four Agreements. It's a fabulous book. I really, really encourage you all to do so. It is pretty awesome. It talks about these 4 agreements, and I can go over some of them, but I think I've already mentioned them in another video. I'll probably put the link to the in the description box if you really, really want it, or you can private message me and I'll give you the information on that. But the first agreement is to be impeccable with your word. So, you know, don't say things that you don't mean what you say, you know, that kind of thing. And don't speak ill about people or, you know, bash people just because you're angry. Don't speak in anger. So yeah, that's the first agreement. Second agreement is do not take anything personally. This is a difficult one for me because having been an abused child, I felt like perfection was something that needed to happen so that people wouldn't get mad at me, so that people would, you know, I had a purpose, right? So I'm rewiring myself in that regards, that I don't need to be perfect and I don't need to take anything personally. Somebody else going through something or saying something to me, when I know that it wasn't something that I did, I don't need to take that on, and it's not something for me to fix. So there's that. The other one, number 3, is don't make assumptions. Ooh, especially during retrograde, don't make assumptions. Communication breaks down from time to time, and, you know, it's easier to, or it's better to just ask the question instead of make the assumption, because when you break down assumption or assume, what does it say? You make an ass out of you and me, right? That's what the letters say. So there's that. And then the very last one is to do your best. Do your best every single day. And your best is different depending on which day it is. My energy level today may be far higher than it will be tomorrow or it was yesterday. So I have to be okay with what my best is today. And that's the 4 agreements in a nutshell. I really encourage you to read the book because the book has lots more tidbits and it's on audio. Hello. So yeah, that is helping. My friends are helping. My husband is incredible. My kids are incredible. And I am just taking one day at a time. And that's what's happening. So I'm sorry if I was vague before. I just wasn't ready to talk about it in its entirety like this. I hope that you guys understand. Is there any questions I can answer? Oh, the name of the book, Crystal Witch, it is called The 4 Agreements. And I think the last name of the gentleman is Diaz. I think it's Raul Diaz. I can look it up right now, in fact. Hold on one second. Let me get on here and I'll look it up for you. And you can get this through Amazon, I think is where I got mine, but you can also get it on audio as well. If you just Google the 4 agreements and then hit images, you can see the 4 agreements. Many people have done some really nice graphic art where you can just print out the 4 agreements and keep them. I have them in my wallet. I have them at my desk at work. I have them in my car. So in case I need to read them, I need to read them. So it's called The 4 Agreements. And there it is, book. 4 Agreements book. I want to see if I can get you... yeah, it is on audio. Gosh, you can get it all over the place. Okay. It's very readily available. I'm going to take you off of the stand so you can see what the cover looks like, if that is helpful. Okay. Here is the cover of the 4 Agreements. Can you guys see that? Let me pan out a little bit. There you go. It's the 4 Agreements, and it is by Don Miguel Ruiz, and it's a Toltec wisdom book. The 4 Agreements, a practical guide to personal freedom. And he goes in, and he even has another book called the 5th Agreement. 5th Agreement as well. So a practical guide to self-mastery. So I got to get the 4 Agreements down before I can go to the 5th for sure. I can tell you that it is not easy. It's not easy work when you are the person trying to do everything for everybody. You know, I do this at work. I'm the person, oh, hold on. Did you go away? Okay, you're good. I'm the person that, you know, does everything for everybody. I fix all the problems at work, and then I come home and I fix all the problems because I'm the mom. And then I'm also an empath, so people like want to tell me everything all the time, and I'm like, I can't fix everything. So that's where I'm at. Trying to heal myself, trying to do the best that I can. I have a live show coming up, or a live sale coming up on the September 16th, where Mr. Noah is going to be the ref again for the live feed, which is great because he does so good at that. But so people are like, why are you doing hats? Why are you doing? I thought your shop was closing. That was the idea, but now I've got medical bills I got to pay. So that's my plan. That is my plan for that. So if you know anybody who's looking for candles or a hat or anything like that, Ravenflower right here can take care of you. Absolutely. I saw lots of you commenting about my fancy gypsy scarf here. Well, let me just tell you, I'm embracing my crone, so no joke, my hair is growing out. I have white hair. I have 75% of my hair is actually white. And okay, you guys want to see it? Okay, there you go. I'm gonna show you. It's gonna be yuck, but that's what it is. Okay. So I'll see all this, see all that business. I am embracing the crone, and I'm totally just going to go for it. So I'm going to be meeting with my hair guy, my hair guru, and see if he can't strip a little of this away. And you may see that my hair gets a little shorter so that I'm growing this stuff out. But I think that's what's happening. So I'm letting my crone out. My crone is get down with your crone self. I am. I'm totally doing it. So it's a little weird because I have this baby face and then I've got like this white hair. But if you ever knew that all of these highlights are actually this, it's kind of crazy. It's a little crazy. But you know what? I like it. I kind of like it. I really do. So. If anything, I can try it, and if I don't like it, I can dye it another color. Or I can be like my friend Crimson, and I can get lots of wigs, so I can just change it up every single day. I'm not scared about it. A lot of people kind of like freak out about their age. I've never been that person. I'm going to be 43 in September, and I just say it, you know, I've earned the little wrinkles that I have. I've earned this hair. I like myself the older I get. It's like you know, it's a longer relationship that you have, and you find yourself on a good path. You find yourself with good experiences and good people around you. It's like, you know what, life is amazing. Life is amazing. It's like, and so we celebrate it. That's what birthdays are all about. So I've never been like I'm turning 50 or, you know, all that other stuff. I'm just going to rock it. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's just amazing. Okay. Is there any questions that anybody has? Because I know that y'all are, you know, asking various other things. Is there anything else that I can clear up? I just went on and blathered on for you for a while. So If there's anything that I can answer for you, please put it in all caps so that I can actually see it. It will be helpful. I'm trying to see if instead of, because I'm on my phone right now, let me see if I can get to my channel and see if I can't look at the comments in a larger version. Oh, yeah, I can. Look at there. There I am. I wonder if I can see it. Hey, look at that technology. All right. Okay, I see stuff. All right, you should dye your hair pink and purple. I wish that I could dye my hair crazy colors, but I am still in corporate. So I'm still in corporate America, and I'm not allowed to do that. So I just talked to my boss today about letting my hair go, and she's like, I think you should do it. And I think, you know, she was very, very cool, very, very cool about it. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. All right, looking, it's just... Blue Knight, I see you. I saw you a little bit through there, but I was in a rant, so I had to finish my thought, otherwise it wouldn't have worked. We are going to be talking to Blue Knight next week. He is one of the 4 elements, and people are like, 4 elements? There's 5 elements. I'm like, yeah, I know, but we are not spirit. We're just the, it's just a name I came up with. Don't judge me. All right, do you use Florida water, and if so, what uses, is what Kevin says. The Florida water, let's see. I actually am not so big on Florida water, and the reason why, it's not because of the Florida water itself. It's because my husband doesn't care for florally scents. Gives him a headache. He doesn't care for it. So what I do is I have a mixture of orange, cinnamon, clove, and also frankincense, and I mix all of that up, and I actually apply it to a steam mop that I use all around my house, and I also put it on rags and do the door and that kind of thing. Or if I'm doing like a door blessing or a door cleansing or door protection, then I will do that with rosemary. So that's what I do. I hope that answered your question. Let's see. Raven, love you and your inner child. Thank you. My inner child loves you. Yes, husband is still making wands. He's making wands. He's also making staffs. He is a busy guy. Busy guy. Can you get Tequila to make the damn chalk video? You know, while I was at her house, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, she's like, there's the chalk. There's the magical chalk. And I'm like, oh, cool. We didn't even address it. We were going to go live a couple of times, but we were just having too much fun, and she was too busy making me watch Insidious and watching me squirm, that we didn't go live. No. I'm from Washington. I miss it there sometimes too. The other question that people keep asking me, why Washington? Why Washington? You know, I can't really answer that. I had a past life regression, Akashic records. I was an Inuit Indian. At one time, I was a fisherman in the Pacific Northwest. I've always been attracted there. I have been there three times, and each time in a different season, so that I could really understand what I really wanted and what I was getting into. Each time I was there, it was magical. I like off the damn charts. I cried when I got there. Silly empath, I'm telling you. I cry all the time. I'm a mess. But, yeah, it just was home. It just felt like home for me. I've been wanting to go for so long, and I've put everything on hold for my kids, or my mother-in-law, or my job, or my this, or my that, and it's like now it's time to just kind of go and do us, and I'm really looking forward to this next journey. Really, really looking forward to it. Okay, what else do I have here? Are you going to the Blue Star this Saturday for Coexist? I didn't know Coexist was happening. Labradorite Wolf, really? I didn't know that it was happening. I knew that there was something else going on. Oh, Pagan Pride. Pagan Pride is happening on the 16th. I will be having my live show, so I will not be at Pagan Pride. You know, I don't know. Maybe I can lure the Noah to come to Coexist with me. I have been to Coexist a couple of different times, and I didn't like it. I didn't care for it. I think that the prices are a little high. I'm just being honest here. Don't judge me. For each their own. If you love it, then go. I find that some of the people give off sort of charlatan type stuff. Like, I have walked by tables where I'm just like listening. You can't help it, but you're hearing them say stuff to people, and they're just giving them the wrong information. Like, and I'm just like, oh my God, this poor person. So I have been to Coexist a couple of times, probably 3 or 4. And each time it's gotten like not as great for me. So I don't go out of my way to go unless Come Stand in the Light is there, because Cindy Hallett is my gal. She is amazing. She sells great crystals. She does energy light healing. She's amazing. Come Stand in the Light is what her name of her shop is, and you can get some really awesome crystals from her. What else? Okay. All right. Sorry. Catching up. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm looking at it. Okay. Labradorite. How do you get Labradorite wolf, who is also a fellow San Antonian? One day I'm going to meet you. You better be ready for a great big hug, sir. Okay. How do I get in touch with your husband for his clay creations? Got to meet him at Comic-Con. That's right. That's true. Bear came back one time and he went to Comic-Con. I wasn't actually feeling very well that day, so I had stayed in. And he's like, I met one of your friends today. And I'm like, who? And he's like, He's like, you know what? Hold on. I don't know. It was a wolf something. And I'm like, Labradorite wolf? I'm like, he's really cool. Okay, how do you get in touch with husband for his clay creations? Bear, you can email. I'll just give you his email right here. It's obexar, like Bear is spelled like our county, which is Bear with the X is silent, but it's in the middle. So it's obexar@gmail.com. That is his email address, and that's where you can probably find him. You can also find him on my friends list on Facebook, and you can PM him there. I can tell you right now, he's not on Facebook a whole lot. And he also takes his time. In regards to clay creations, we will have some clay creations, or I think there's some plates, there might be some bowls. I don't know if there's any mugs. I don't think there are any mugs left, but I think we'll have some in the live show. I think there's some left over from last live show. There were a couple of people that weren't able to make their purchases, and so I had to keep some of the stuff back. So that's good for you guys. So there are some there. He is just starting class again over at Northwest Vista, and so he's still working on stuff. So if something needs to be created, it's probably going to be closer to Christmas time, Yulemas, as some people say, or New Year's. And that's when stuffs will be available. Okay, just say no to scary films. Nothing like the real stuff ever. It's never like the real stuff. I think that's funny. There's some people, there's just like, I think I made the correlation. It's like, gosh, I see and talk to ghosts all the time, all the time. And, these scary movies, like, boom, in my face. I can't stand it. I hate it. It's like, I know that the music is coming, and I know that the scare is going to come, and I just freaking hate it. Most of my experiences with ghosties are not anywhere near that at all. Most of the time, they're like full apparitions, or I don't see them at all, and so that's not really scary. So there. That's that. Love it here in Washington. Tara, you're in Washington? Are you really? Girl, I've seen a lot of wonderful people in Washington. Oh, witchy meet and greet. Okay, there's the other thing. People are like, if you move to Washington, is there ever going to be witchy meet? This is what it sounds like to me when I'm reading it. Okay. Witchy meet and greet in Texas will always be a thing as long as there's interest. So we have family here, so we will be coming back in the November time frame, early November time frame. So we will always have, between Halloween and Thanksgiving, we will be here in Texas, not the whole time, but you know, a week or 2 weeks out of that time frame. So I will plan a witchy meet and greet at Renaissance Festival here in Texas, as long as people want it to be. When I move to Washington, I plan on, you know, settling in first, and then there's so many of y'all witches up in Washington and Oregon, you know, area or whatever. We will find a place. I don't care if it's a damn coffee shop that we all get together, and I will plan something. I will plan it. They will come. That is what I do. I'm an event coordinator. How can I not? Okay, so what else do I have here? I have stuff. Oh my gosh. Okay. Have a good night, Crystal Witch. Let's see. Merry morning. Da, 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 da. Right on the coast. Yeah, right on the coast. We're looking at some beautiful, beautiful places. Bellingham is right on the coast. We're also considering maybe being on one of the San Juan Islands. We're looking over in Anacortes area, you know, so all up above Seattle. So I'm so excited. It's gorgeous. And if people are just like, I don't know what that looks like, I don't even know what that means, blah, 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 blah. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Blue Knight, for deleting that, because, wow. That's interesting. And it wasn't even impressive. Moving on. Moving on. But people are like, oh my gosh, that's just like something else. You know, like, what do you mean? Like, where are you going? I'm like, did you ever watch Practical Magic? Some of the places that I'm talking about were actual film sites of certain scenes in Practical Magic. Did you like that movie? Well, that's where I'm moving. I'm moving straight there. The house is not standing, but I'm going. All right? That's where I'm going. All right, what else? Witchy meet and greet. Yes, the Witchy meet and greet is still on tomorrow night on my channel here at, I think, 8 o'clock. Tequila and I are going to go on. If there's anybody who was at the Witchy meet and greet last year and wants to come in and to talk about it, please send me your email and I will invite you in. I can't invite everybody at the same time, but I'll try to stagger it, and so you can give a personal account of what your experience was at Witchy meet and greet. A lot of people were very worried about witches getting together and if they're going to do something to each other and whether the energy is going to be like, and a lot of us are empathic. How are we going to handle it? You know, stuff like that. I am telling you, it was relaxed. It was fun. It was chill. It was great. It was awesome. Absolutely awesome. And I cannot wait to meet more of you this year. Okay. I'm looking through. I'm probably going to take a couple more questions and then I'm going to go. Let's see. You know, okay, this Max Bannert, you know, I kind of want to look at the message now. Okay. It says view deleted message. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. Okay. Port Angeles, Port Townsend. I've seen Port Townsend. Gorgeous. Port Angeles, I think, is where Tiptoe Chick is. Let's see. Live in Montana. I'm sorry, I'm reading through. Trying to find questions. Everything is well. Things are going well. Thank you so much. I mean, they are getting better. I need to find my Florida witches. Yes, you do. Blue Knight, you need to do your own witchy meet and greet. You need to get on that, sir. You need to get on that. Let's see. All right. Good night, you guys that are having to get off. I am having to get off here too. I gotta go. See, even when the caffeinated witch's gotta go, she's got friends. You know, have a good one. You know, when the caffeinated witch has gotta go, we gotta go, people. It's almost 10 here. I've got work tomorrow, and I will see you all later. Bonnie Lake is very busy now. Okay, I'm gonna have to look up Bonnie Lake now. We're looking all around. We're looking all around, but there is this one specific place that I really, truly, truly, truly love, and Spellwork is being happening. There's even a picture of it over here on my altar. There's one on the fridge downstairs. Like, it's happening. It's on like Talking Con. All right, so many blessings. Thank you for listening to my 43-minute ramble of my life. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, I'm here. I feel more comfortable answering them now. I'm sorry if you ever felt that I was being shady or indirect or whatever. I just didn't know how to say it. So that's what it is. So you guys, have a wonderful evening, have a wonderful morning, have a wonderful day, depending on where you're at. Much, much, much love to each of you. I thank you all for your support and your love. I've been feeling it big time. You guys are incredible. I do remind you about the 4 Elements giveaway that's happening. I am drawing on the 27th, which is Sunday, which if you looked at my channel, I am doing a live garden tour, and that is the time when that is going to happen. So that will be live. I will be drawing for the 4 Elements giveaway, which is, get it, which is the Chasing Coral. If you haven't watched already, go watch Chasing Coral. You can go online if you do not have Netflix. Otherwise, it is a Netflix original documentary. It's amazing. It's going to break your heart, but it's going to be for good cause. So go on Netflix or go on chasingcoral.com and you can watch it there. Also, once you do that, share it on either Instagram or Facebook with the hashtag 4 elements, capital SAVE, coral. That's your tagline, or you can tag me in it as well, and you get entered into a drawing of fabulous goodies. So yeah, what are the fabulous goodies? You probably want to know what the fabulous. Okay, we have this really awesome light speaker awesome thing where it actually projects onto the ceiling water. So like you feel like you're underwater, and it changes light and color, and it's just amazing. Okay, so there's that. There are candles. There's a candle holder. There is a pendant. There is a pen. There is a hat, either hat pin or a poppet pin that Sunshine Morning Ray made specifically for me that is sea themed. And there is stuff. I will do a little bit of a live probably this weekend. You know, I'll probably do it Friday or maybe even tomorrow, so you guys can see the things up front and personal, and I'll take a picture of it too and put it on Facebook so that way you guys can see it. But that's it. So please, I encourage you to get on in there, get your name in the hat so that you can hopefully win a fabulous prize. And I encourage you to join the campaign online free of charge. All you want to do is try to get the word out and spread awareness. That's it. All right, I think that is it, y'all. You guys have a wonderful, 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 wonderful night. And there you go. You guys have a good one. Talk to you later. What's going on here? Hi. You're coming in late. You're coming in late, man. I gotta go. I gotta get ready for bed. But love you bunches. Talk to you later. Bye.